Hello and welcome back to another one of my videos. My name is Aleisha and I talk about whatever I feel like, really. I'm just a 20-year-old with no clue what she wants to do and wanting to share my knowledge with other people. And today it is raining. It is a horrible day outside. Sorry if you hear it in the background. Today we're going to talk about coffee and how to make a good quick coffee in the comfort of your own home, because everybody needs a good coffee to start their day. I mean, a bad coffee can put your whole day off, so let's get into that. Now when it comes to coffee, you're going to be like, well, how are you qualified? Well, because I was a barista for a year and a half almost. But my first step isn't even related to the brand or the type of beans or the type of coffee. Oh, it is the type of coffee. It's about you and your preferences. You need to know what you like to be able to make or even order a coffee that you will like. So start off easy. Do you like a hot coffee? Do you like a cold coffee? That determines whether you get a hot coffee or an iced coffee. Do you like your coffee sweet? Are you going to get a pump of vanilla in it? Are you going to get sugar in it? I mean, you can switch up how you sweeten it each time, but do you prefer your coffee with sugar and sweet, not like me with a bit of a sweet tooth, or do you prefer your coffee like jet fuel, hard and black? And lastly, do you like your coffee black? Do you like an iced Americano? Do you like an Americano? Do you like a long black? Do you just want the straight shot of coffee? Psycho. Or do you like your coffee with some milk? Do you like a little bit of milk? Do you like a big amount of milk? Do you like hot milk, cold milk? Do you like the foamy part of the milk more? Do you like there's a lot to do, and the only way to really figure out what you like is to trial different things. So as for my parents, they've always ordered the same thing, so I thought, until my dad the other day tried a cappuccino and he was like, oh, I kind of like this. So now sometimes he'll order a naked cappuccino because he likes the foaminess of it. So it really depends, and there's no way to really know unless you try it. And I mean, you can switch it up on different days, see how you're feeling, but the general gist of it is figure out what you'd like, because then you'll be able to make a coffee that you want, and therefore it has a better chance of being good. Now my second step, or second thing to making sure you have a good coffee, is knowing your budget, right? So if you're going to go out and buy your coffee every day and that's expensive, but that's your absolute favorite type of coffee, and then you're not going to get any better than that because it's your favorite. And you have to be, if you're not willing to spend that money, you're going to have to compromise and find something slightly less expensive but just as good. However, if you're like, the coffee's okay, but it may not be, but you would rather have a cheaper coffee, then that's how it's gonna work. There's always going to be a compromise, is the point of the story, and you need to take into consideration the amount you're going to spend when you make coffee, because it can be a bit of a financial investment. So there are lots of different ways to make coffee, and some are better than others. It's very unlikely you're going to be able to afford to get a professional barista machine in your own home. They do sell similar home models, however they're never going to be quite the same. The ones in a cafe are industrial. They're made to pump out heaps and heaps of coffee, they're high pressure, all of this sort of stuff. So yeah, it just depends. So like the machines I would use where I work are way better than the cute little coffee machine that my mum has at home, but it will still make damn good coffee. On the other hand, you have the cheaper version, which is what I have in my apartment, the budget. I have instant coffee, which you just add water to, and I have a milk coffee plunger, which I use for steaming milk. It's not perfect. The milk isn't amazing, but it serves the same purpose. It's hot, warm milk, it's got a little bit of foam, and it's a coffee, it tastes like coffee. So yes, your equipment and the amount you're willing to spend does impact how good of a coffee you can make at home. Now for the last part, one of the last parts, is you need to know what type of coffee you like. There are so many different blends of coffee, it is insane. Italian, medium roast, dark roast, light roast. There's so many different types, and so many different types of beans as well. And the only way to figure out what you like is to trial different ones and then move. If you don't like that one, don't buy it again, move on. I do this through sales, so whatever's on sale, whatever's the cheapest in the aisle, I might try that one for the week, for the month, for the week, however long it takes to get through it. If I don't like it, I won't get it again. If I do like it, then maybe I get it again, maybe I try a different one. It really depends on how much I liked it. So the key to good coffee is trial and error and knowing what you like, in my opinion at least. But I will show you how I make my iced coffee. The last thing I want to touch on is syrups. So if you've never tried a syrup in your coffee, I do recommend them. I stand by them. I make my own because it is cheaper than buying it, and it's very, very simple to make. You can find a recipe online. I'll link the one I do down below for you to have a look. And basically it's just boiling down some sugar, some water, adding in some flavouring. That's simply it. But yeah, it makes it easier to add to coffee, it makes it taste delicious, adds some flavour, and soothes my sweet tooth. That is all I really have to talk about. At the beginning I showed you how I made my coffees, one at my parents' house and one at my house. I hope this has been helpful. I hope that you can now go and experiment for yourselves, trial and error, and figure out how you are going to make the best possible coffee at home for you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and peace out. I'll see you on the next one.